Squarebills in the fall. It's an interesting time to throw a squarebill. Squarebills, as we leave summer and into fall, are a great bait. We all know they're feeding up in the fall feed, they're targeting bait fish. A squarebill imitates a bait fish pretty good, since you know that's what it is. It's a bait fish. It's a squarebill. Hence the name squarebill. That was stupid. I'm just stupid. Oh, dad life has really got me going with the dog jokes. Any Hoosers. What is going on, everybody? Thanks to you guys, I'm making a video. I say that because we have a poll in the community tab right here on the old YouTubers, and it was about which fall bait do you guys want to learn more about, have more confidence in, all that good stuff. You guys picked the squarebill, and now Paul, I don't have one, so you're gonna have to edit this out. Me going to get squarebills. Dark sleepers are raining down on me. We're talking about squarebills. Everybody's favorite. Not really. I like squarebills. So, during that transition from summer to fall, you kind of got, and not really in the transition, but what I want to talk about specifically is when you have that grass that's still there. That is really the one thing separating you throwing a squarebill in the fall. Like, as soon as you can get to it because of the grass that is still just bunched up everywhere. I mean, it is just a nightmare. Now, that's not the case for all the lakes, absolutely. Some lakes don't get a lot of grass, and you can throw a squarebill whenever you want. But a lot of lakes do, and when that grass starts to die off, it's a great time to start throwing that squarebill. As it starts to recede with cooler water temperatures and cooler night air and cooler day air, you start to get that grass, and it's going to start coming down. First, you can watch it on all your sonars. Like, it was up here, like ticking the surface, laying on the surface, right below the surface, and then all of a sudden it's going to start going down and down. When that grass starts to get like 3 to 5 feet below the surface, right there in squarebill range, that is the time, ladies and gentlemen, to start hucking out squarebills. When you can get that squarebill to like just barely get to the tops of those grass, like just enough where you can get it clogged up a little bit and rip it out. Oh gosh, it's beautiful. Absolutely perfect. You're at a perfect time because by that point, those bass are going to be super keyed in on bait fish, and there you go again. Throwing something that looks, oh gosh, like a bait fish. And you can get down to that grass. That's another thing. You're not having to guess either, Most of these squarebills nowadays run pretty true to what they say, and you can look on your imaging and see if your bait's running true to depth and really target that grass, those grass lines. As you start to lose your grass, it starts to get not as thick, and you can start throwing it around grass lines. It's starting to recede out of deeper water, going farther back, and you can now throw a squarebill not in 30 feet of water with grass right there, but in maybe 7 or 8 feet of water with grass over here, and work the outside of those grass lines, because again, bass are ambush predators. They're going to be looking for bait fish running the outside of that grass line, and they're going to be hammering them. So squarebill is great for that. It's just like squarebills can really how I think about squarebills in the fall is they run down the grass. It's like they can chase the grass all the way up, because I mean, you got things like with squarebills, you've got, this is a 5-foot Storm Arashi. Love this bait. Dives at 5 feet. You can work all the way up to this Rapala. This is 3 feet. It's perfect. You got some like this one I showed you guys first, this Crush. It says it dives at 3 to 5 feet. I definitely think it's more than the 3. And if you use a higher weight fluorocarbon, you can definitely keep this in like the 2, to be honest. What did I say that was? That's not the Crush. It's just a 6 cents. I forget. It's called the Movement. You can really chase down the grass. As it's receding back, as it's receding down, you have a lot of play in square bills to work up and down that. You can do the same thing with lipless. And with lipless, you just, how long you're going to let that thing sink before you start reeling. This is a little more, no-brainer. I can look at it, 3 to 5 feet. It runs at 4, grass is at 4 feet, perfect, let it run. And there's so many options, so many color options. I mean, let's be honest, there are so many square bills. It's a great bait to be able to use because you have an endless supply basically online or in your tackle shop. There's a million different ones. As the grass in the fall starts to let up and unchoke out some of those cuts and everything, you start to get your wood back. You start to get your laydowns back. You start to get small rock piles and riprap and stuff like that back that you couldn't even get to where the grass was. What better to fish wood with than a square bill? Get at it. What better to fish riprap than a square bill? Get at it. Now, when thinking about where to start throwing this thing, we just talked about the grass and following the grass up and the riprap and your wood, the normal things that you fish square bills at. What I will say is fall bait fish. In the fall, get on that sonar on your boat, find the bait fish. Look around the water. Use your side imaging. Use your down scan. Use your forward-facing sonar. If you're from the bank or you don't have any of that stuff, watch the birds. Watch for action on top of the water. Do all of those things and find where the action's at. Find those active creek arms where those bass are moving up shallow. Find those active points where the bass are chasing bait fish, pushing them up shallow, because they are. It's fall and they are doing it. Somewhere on that lake, bass are chasing some type of bait fish somewhere, and the square bill is going to be a player there because it's in shallow water and it's a bait fish profile. I don't know how many times I have to say that. So find the bait fish, find the bass. Once you found the bass, use a square bill to catch them. It's great. It's perfect. I want to talk about some of our favorites, kind of a little different. I want to kind of touch on some different ones that we really like. This is the 6th Sense Movement. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, I don't even know if they make this anymore. You guys have heard us talk about it on other videos. This thing moves so erratic and crazy. Right out of summer, this thing's good, like I said before, because you can keep it pretty shallow and the water's still warm and it is just going crazy, and really good when you have a little bit dirtier water also. Just a really good bait all around, and it's got such a crazy action. Way different than any other square bill you've ever used, so it kind of sets itself apart. I love that one. Staying on the 6th Sense stuff, not because I'm a fanboy or anything, but I think they got a good square bill. This is just the regular 6th Sense. I think it's the Crush. It's a great square bill. I mean, it runs true. It comes stock with fairly good sticky hooks. They make great colors. Just a good all-around square bill. It's kind of like, I'll go to it right now. Kind of like the KVD. You can't go wrong. It's perfect. Gotta chop out the hooks a lot of times. I'll run them till they get bent out or they aren't sharp anymore. That drives Paul nuts. But KVD, Strike King, makes a great square bill. For Paula, the Otts Garage stuff. Paul is in love with those Otts Garage stuff. This is one of them. This is the Slim. And Otts Garage Slim 6. That's that brown craw. I got a couple of them. What else is good stuff? I already showed you the Arashi. We love that one. It's good. It's a great bait by Storm. That one doesn't have a bill on it. It's because I broke it. You guys have a lot of great square bill options. Those are those are some of the ones we use. As far as your colors, let your lake dictate what it's going to be. Let that water clarity dictate it, and let your forage, what those bass are eating, dictate it. Square bills, they're freaking great. They're fun. Huck and wind, burn them, slow roll them, cast them into trees, which I seem to do a lot. I don't know why. Get them hung up in 4 feet of water where you can see them, hooked to a bush. Can't get it out, and you snap off, and $7 Otts Garage. It's pretty sweet. Square bills are fun. No, square bills really are. Square bills are a great way to fish. One of mine and Paul's favorites. Paul really had an embargo on square bills there for a while. He just didn't catch fish on them, didn't like them. And then finally the Otts Garage came out, and he was just like, I'm only going to throw this from now on. It's like if he's not throwing an Otts Garage square bill or a freaking fluke or a dumb donkey rig or a stupid double fist rig is called. I don't know what's going on with him if he's not throwing those two things. So he edits this too, and he'd probably take that out, but he's not going to because it's funny. You know it. And you guys know it because you watch. That's all I got for you. Square bills are great. Use them in the fall. You guys wanted to know more about them. I gave you all my info on the fall about them. Look for the grass. Tick the top of it. Follow it up. When you start to clear that riprap and the wood, target it. That's what square bills are really designed for. Wood and riprap. Get to it. They come over it great. If you guys haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Tell us how awesome we are. Tell us how stupid we are. We don't care. We love to hear from you guys. We'll sit and chat with you guys for a long time. We do it all the time. All in the comments. Hanging out. Love to talk to you guys. Love hearing from you. Also, if you haven't checked out Inland Bait Company, inlandbaitcompany.com, go check them out. They have terrific plastics. Brent over there, great guy, pouring great stuff. And he has all the colors you want, and he will pour you custom colors if you can't find one that suits your needs. So, that being said, go head over there and use code DPP20. That'll get you 20% off at checkout just for using it. And if you want to, you can check out mine and Paul's, ditch Panda color. It's called Panda Juice. It's awesome. It's a great color to use in the fall. If Inland Bait Company made a square bill in Panda Juice, I would be using it pretty quick here. I'm just saying. But until then, I'll use it in every other kind of bait. My stuff. I like it. It's the best color. I don't know what to tell you. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, bell, the whole shebang. Do it. We love you. We'll see you next time. I'm out.